welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me once again is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing today, Joel?
Once again, better than Wednesday. I was pretty beaten up, of course, for reasons obvious to casual regular listeners. Doing a little better today. Looking forward to the weekend, another solid slate of college football, and we have the Grey Cup, of course, on Sunday between our Riders and the Montreal Alouettes. So looking forward to that. Hopefully it's a better game than the last Grey Cup, which I unfortunately attended for at least the majority of the game before the Jonas Brothers halftime show.
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, the drove
Jonas. It was a J. It's a J.
Was it J?
Oh, it's Jonas. Yeah.
Pronounced it the European way.
I thought it was Jonas Brothers because apparently there was some mid-World Series concert with the Jonas Brothers that went on. Like there was a stand up to cancer moment.
Yes, I saw that actually.
And it went right into Jonas Brothers. So what a year for the Jonas Brothers getting the Grey Cup and the World Series.
Apparently it's Machine Gun Kelly this year for the Grey Cup.
Oh,
so that's how the CFL rolls.
That's a few years too late or if at all for I will admit I used to, some of his music used to be catchy. It's just shit. He's shit. It's shit music. I like shit music. It's not good anymore. Happy to have you back. Hope we can have you back as much as possible because we got beat up a little. Arch got beat up a little bit last night on the puck box. Just a little bit there. I did all right, but top of the show. Make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube primarily. That's where we go live. That's where you get the most up to date information. Shout out, we got Austin in the chat. We got Ishan. We got this FJ Nowakowski here with putting chats in before we even go live. So appreciate all that. Leaves a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. We got a good weekend college football, good weekend of hockey too. Got a few big matchups tomorrow on Saturday. Of course, we did have the global series on Friday afternoon, a thrilling 1-0 or 2-1 victory for the Predators. Penguins scored, Malkin banked it off defenseman and the goalie. And Philip Forsberg in his home country, their hometown, ties it, and Steven Stamkos gets the win for the Preds, much to Colt and Dilly's chagrin there. I guess let's go to. Do you even remember anything from Tuesday night's slate?
Let's see. Show me the games.
So we got a 4-5 down 23 puck buck night from you.
Okay. It wasn't the best. I watched mostly the Bruins Leafs game, of course. That was very fun. I got the over there. Stars, they came back from being 2-0 down and ended up winning in overtime. I thought that under was dead because it was 2-2 for the longest time. Montreal loses again. Sharks, they won in overtime, I believe, 2-1 over the Wilds. Did not get close to the over 6.5. Ducks, Colorado, over 6.5. They were up a few goals, I think, in the first period, but and there should have been more goals. I thought a very high event game, very fun game. And then the Canucks lost to the Jets, I want to say. I remember switching between the Ducks and the Avalanche game to the Kraken game.
The Kraken game, yeah. Archer mentioned that on Wednesday. I mean, like how
just different sport.
Yeah, exactly there. That was the same night of the Calgary St. Louis game when there were 5 goals in the first 25 minutes or so, in the first half of the game, and just ended up 3-2 there. We march on. Still very good on the season. You're 180, got your 100th win there, up 387. And then last night on Thursday, I went 5-4, up 26 bucks though. Got some big dog wins there. So I'm up 225 now. Last night we had the Ducks. They couldn't get it done against the Red Wings. High scoring game there. Red Wings are surprising me recently. We'll see how they do on Saturday. Bruins couldn't get it done in Ottawa. Ottawa surprising me too recently. They've been able to win without Brady Tkachuk. Kings against the Leafs. I mean, this line ended up Kings minus 140. I think I saw with Matthews and Stolarz out, and Kings pull it out there in overtime, coming back from 2-0 down to tie that one, and then win it in overtime. Dallas, not even close there in Montreal. Shocked that they were only minus 120. Edmonton, Columbus, easy over there. 5-4. What, 7-0, 6-0 for the 7-0 for the Stars. No, the Avalanche won by 2. Did they not? Avalanche, 6-3. 6-3 against the Sabres there. They had a decent push. Sharks, Flames, their underlying metrics are they're improving quite a bit. So we'll have to talk about that. I believe they put the Jets on Saturday. They they beat the Sharks, shut them out there. The Winnipeg, Seattle under 5.5. Never really had a chance there, but still a positive day. Looking at Sean's plays here, he had the Panthers. That was a good call by him there. At home against the Caps, Ducks, Wings over, Kings, Stars, lost on Edmonton, lost on the Sharks, lost on Vegas regulation. They lost in overtime after a comeback there, and then Winnipeg also lost in Seattle. So his first negative day on the show, but hopefully he'll show up again on next week.
Yeah, looks like you guys had fun.
Yeah. Any macro thoughts over the past few days or anything, or should we just get into this big slate?
No, nothing really that I haven't said already. No more futures since Monday.
Well, Archer always has like 10 futures to go through. He has to just pick a few to talk about. So it's
he's betting like crazy these days. Like 60 bets, I think he said, for Thursday.
Yeah, he had 60 bets for Thursday with the salami there. Right on. Yeah, let's get into this 13-game slate on Saturday, November 15th. Kicking things off with the Battle of the Sunshine State. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning plus 110 at the Florida Panthers minus 130. Over 5.5 minus 122. Under 5.5 plus 102. Joel, kick us off here.
Alligator Alley.
Yes, I forgot about it.
It's rivalry.
How can I forget such a great name? How can I forget that?
Yeah, the Lightning tough go against the Rangers in the last one. They played well enough to win, but Vasilevsky was absolutely brutal in that game. More like how he was playing at the start of the year, so that's a concern. That one goal, I can't remember who scored it on the Rags, but where he just like falls over, like ice is slippery kind of thing. So he did not play well on Wednesday. Hopefully he can respond here. Panthers, after their long road trip, played well enough there at home against the Caps. And yeah, this one here, I think, is lined pretty accurately. The Lightning are still pretty beat up. I'm not sure if they're getting McDonough and the guys back. They were missing Hedman as well. I think I saw they lost. Who was it?
Yeah, Hagel left the game
Hagel,
too,
right?
And Cirelli has
Cirelli missed last game as well. So yeah, Lightning are really beat up. So for that reason, I think you can only look at the Panthers' way here, even though I think the Lightning have been the better team of the balance of the season. But losing all those pieces is going to be hard to overcome. And the Panthers are playing better since they're middling record. They had a tough road trip, but finished strong in Vegas. And 2 wins in a row now for the Cats. And I think they make 3 here against the Lightning. Just give me 15 bucks, though. I'm not super confident in this one. That minus 130 price.
30 for 15 bucks.
I would like the under, but like I mentioned, Vasilevsky is it's a bit concerning, so I'll stay away from the total.
Yeah, that Lightning Rangers game where I think the Rangers had like 3 goals on 3 shots or the first 3 shots or something. I wrote a preview for it and I said take the under, and that was cooked immediately. Also said take Brandon Hagel props. That was cooked because he left the game as well. Don't really have too much to add to what you said. This is kind of a wait and see game, but with Hedman, he missed last game. Cirelli, Paul, Pontus Holmberg, just another depth piece there. McDonough is still out. He was on IR on Tuesday. The Panthers, I think, are the only way you can look, and I think that's really the only way this line might possibly move. Like the Lightning don't. They know enough. Like, this is an important game for them, a rivalry game, but they're not gonna risk anything too much to get a win in November, to risk a long-term injury. And like you said, Vasi has been pretty bad, and Panthers have definitely found their level a little bit there. I'm on the Panthers. I'll take a minus 130 for 26 bucks there. The total would love to take the under here, but it does just feel like these Alligator Alley games do have a tendency to go over. So I'm going to stay away from the total and just go with those Panthers there. Down at 6 o'clock, got the Anaheim Ducks plus 114 at the Minnesota Wild minus 135. Total is at 6.5. Both the over and the under are at minus 110, and for good reason. This is very two contrasting styles here. Ducks love to play high-paced hockey. They have the highest expected goals against per 60, but also the fifth highest expected goals for per 60 here on Natural Stat Trick at 5-on-5 score in venue adjusted. And the Wild play, very low event hockey, and they've only allowed 3 goals in regulation in their past 3 games there, held the Sharks to just 18 shots there. So it's really a matter of who is going to be able to control the game. And I think it's okay here for the Ducks at plus 114. I think, just taking the plus money here in what I kind of think is more of a coin flip game. Don't really fully trust the Wild yet until I see them beat some good teams, looking at their past 4 wins in 6 games, but over the Flames, Islanders, Predators, and Canucks. So I'll take the Ducks here plus 114 for 20 puck bucks. That correlates to the over, but I'm not going to double down on it. I'll just take the road dog here.
I agree with all of that. The Wild have been a bit better since they got Zuccarello back. Of course, mentioned in the last show his connection with Kaprizov, but they just lost Marco Rossi, so that's a blow to their second line. And Ducks a couple losses in a row. Maybe they're a bit of a streaky team, but they played fairly well in both games. Maybe a little bit of a disappointing effort in Detroit. Red Wings played a pretty complete game there. Of course, John Gibson, a revenge game there, and he played well in that one too. I give me 50 bucks on the Ducks. There's not much more to say, and like yourself, I would only look. Actually, you know what? Give me 50 bucks on the over as well. I think that it's just these Ducks games are pretty wild. Well, no pun intended there.
Yeah, I think Rossi was playing top line with Kaprizov and Zuccarello, so they have Ryan Hartman there with Joel Eriksson on the second line with Boldy and Johansson. So we'll see if Hartman can. He was great, 2 years ago for them. So we'll see if he can recapture that. Okay, down to 7 o'clock at the Buffalo Sabres plus 142 at the Detroit Red Wings minus 170. Total once again at 6.5 with both the over and the under at minus 110. Joel, take this one.
Sabres are looking much more like they did at the start of the year when they lost the first 3 games, and they're in tough here to beat Detroit, but the lines adjust that. Minus 170 is just a bit too high for me to back them. Sabres, they're not playing terribly, but they're not playing well enough to encourage me to back them even at a fairly decent price here against a Detroit team that's been pretty inconsistent themselves this year. I watched quite a bit of their last couple of games against the Mammoth where they blew a lead, and then against the Avalanche where they were, barnstormed. But it's going to happen to a lot of teams in Denver this year, so can't fault them too much for that. Plus, they're on a back-to-back at altitude. That's never easy, so you can't fault them too much there. But I still can't get myself to back the Sabres here, even at a nice number to fade the Wings. But we'll find other spots to fade Detroit. This ain't it. If I had to bet a total, it would be the over 6.5 once again. But I like what I saw from John Gibson. If assuming gets to start again. Sabres, they just can't play defense still. So I would only look over, but I'm not gonna bet this game one way or the other.
Yeah, Detroit has been very hit or miss this season, but I think this is a game where they hit, and so I'm taking them on the puck line at plus 160. You can get regulation at minus 110. 7 of their 10 wins have been in regulation. 6 of them have been by at least 2 goals by my quick count there, and all 8 of Buffalo's regulation losses have been by at least 2 goals there. So I think it's a good puck line price here on the Red Wings plus 160. Going to put 20 puck bucks on that. I mean, Buffalo. It's a really tough road trip there. Carolina, Utah, Colorado. It looks like they had a 2-0 lead in Utah, right? And then the Mammoth just stormed back in the third period. I think the Red Wings can do similar if they even go down at all. So give them the Wings on the puck line. Would look to the over, but can't really trust Buffalo to score too many with Gibson. Yeah. Okay, we are brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. At Novig, you're getting the best prices. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. Getting on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And of course, Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code HGP. Okay, here at 7 o'clock again, got the Toronto Maple Leafs -135 at the Chicago Blackhawks +114. Under 6.5 -130. Over 6.5 +110. I really want to find a way to take the Blackhawks here, and I might just end up taking them at a low number like this, just because Austin Matthews is out. That's baked into the line. Stolar's day to day. Tanev, Scott Lawton both out for the Leafs. Chicago, they have Burakovsky is day to day, and Bertuzzi is a game time decision now as well. So those two top line guys. But I think either way, Bedard has been incredible. Did you see how far they had Markstrom out of the net on that one goal where he was just completely out of the
truly
crease?
Swimming?
Yeah. So that's the only way you can look. Maybe you look for a fallen star theory, but that was last game. They got outshot 37-15 by the Kings. Now going on the road. Leafs are 1-4 on the road. So Blackhawks are the only way to look here. I'll take them +114 just for 15 puck bucks, though, a smaller play. But it's a Leafs game. You have to take the over 6.5 at plus money. Give me 20 bucks there at +110.
I agree with both those once again. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of Leafs lately because it's fun how bad they are. They're truly a miserable team. You expect a response at some point, but so far it hasn't happened. So we'll just keep fading them. I mean, in terms of the shot attempt differential, there's been the Leafs have two of the two highest ones. There was Carolina, the second most, and then the Kings last night was the most in terms of how much the one team got out shot attempted by the other. And yeah, I mean, the Leafs, they were up 2-0. They had 3 goals, but they only had 9 shots, single digits going into the third period in terms of shots on goal. So they're struggling. Tanev is a big loss, but he wasn't playing great even when it was in the lineup. And same thing with Matthews. They're somehow scoring goals, but I haven't looked at their shooting percentage, but it must be off the chart because they're not getting any shots, but they're getting 3-4 goals a game somehow. So yeah, they're benefiting from some puck luck, and they're still losing these games. So yeah, whatever you bet there, I'm also on the Blackhawks and the over
15 and 20 puck bucks there.
Yeah, let's do that. No, give me 20 on both. I'm
20 on both.
Pretty strong on the Hawks here.
Yeah, it's just a low price. I mean, because the Leafs, they still have Tavares, they still have Nylander, but yeah, they're 12.22 shooting percentage at 5-on-5, which is the highest by almost half a percentage. But their save percentage is the third lowest there. But that's just skill based. That's not really necessarily luck based now, especially with Stolar's out.
No, and Hildeby is not the reason why they're losing these games. I mean, he's getting like 40 shots against the game.
Yeah,
you can only ask a third stringer to do so much. But I think it'll be Wool for this one. But I'm not too scared of that. His first game back, even if it is him. But yeah, terrible times in Toronto.
Yeah, looks like Wall is likely there, so he should be back. All right, down to 7 o'clock again. Boston Bruins +136 at the Montreal Canadiens, -162. Under 6.5, -125. Over 6.5, +105. Joel, are you getting a little worried about your Canadiens?
Well, they lost 2 games in a row. I mean, it's not
2 in a row, 4 or 5 here.
4 or 5. Yeah, some tough teams, I guess. And last night was that they were the better team, I thought, in the first period. But Dobish, now we did predict he would come back to earth, and he has in a big way lately.
Oh God, I don't want to see his post game interview from last night if he was in there last night.
Yeah, it's very salty. Yeah, so he's come back to earth. they lost Kane Gooley, of course. He just went into surgery. I mean, he's been missing for a while, but he actually got surgery lately, so he's going to be out for 8 to 10 weeks. I saw. And then Alex Newhook last night, 4 months. It was a nasty injury. You could tell like it just deflated the entire team. It was only 2-0 at that point, but they just were clearly distracted the rest of the game. That's why they got filled in by the Stars. So yeah, I don't think that they're playing terribly. They're just, they're having a bit of a slump. They'll bounce back as long as they get some kind of goaltending going forward. Montembeault still isn't providing that, but they might have to go back to him if Dobis can't get it together. Yeah, I'm still taking the Bruins here, plus 136. They're playing much better hockey since they started this winning streak. Tough loss to the Sens. I didn't watch any of that game. I don't know how well they played or what, but they were also losing that one and then came back to tie it at one point. But yeah, I think that this is a disrespectful line here. Plus 136. Got Charlie McAvoy back. I know their goaltending has been pretty bad this year. Mark Corpusal is playing in the Sens game, so probably swimming here. Not that it makes any difference at this point. Yeah, I'll still take the Bruins here. Plus 36 and 15 bucks on that, and on the over 6.5 as well. I mentioned many times how these Bruins games are not like the Bruins of the past. They're up and down hockey, and their goaltending sucks. And yeah, we know that the Hats can score at least. Well, clearly not against Dallas and DeSmith, but usually they're good for 2 or 3 goals. I think they're 5th highest in the league actually in terms of goals for. So over 6.5, 15 bucks there as well.
Yeah, I'm on both of those for 20 bucks. Yeah, Canadiens, their goal differential I think is one of the worst in the league among like playoff teams. These
are the only 2 teams in Atlantic with
only -1
goal differential. Only -1.
Yeah, well, I mean, losing 7-0 and 5-1 is going to hurt that quite a bit. But but before last night, it only
so the Bruins the only team in Atlantic with a positive goal differential.
Let's go division here. Lightning now have +1 as well. I guess they after beating the Rangers.
No, they lost the Rangers, so never mind.
Oh,
I got some bad intel.
Maybe I don't know if NHL standings like includes like the shootout goal, so maybe it doesn't. Maybe the one you're talking about doesn't include that. Like it's weird. It's weird there. But yeah, I don't really have much to add.
Shouldn't include the shootout goal. That makes no sense.
It shouldn't. I completely agree.
Even the overtime goal.
Only thing I really have to add here is Ivan Demidov drop down to the third line. Get Matthew Schaefer -110 while you can. I think this price is gonna skyrocket. This is only slightly propaganda for my 20-1 preseason Schaefer bet, but Schaefer's going to continue playing 20+ minutes a night, racking up these points here and there. So Schaefer, I'm feeling pretty confident in those Calder bets there. Yeah, for this one, Bruins plus 136 and the over 6.5. Bruins have gone over in 12 of 19, 12 of 17 for the Canadiens there as well. So see a high scoring game here. And yeah, Montreal got their first win against Boston in 6 games late last season when Boston was tanking. So I see the Bruins getting up for this one. Okay, going down to 7 o'clock again. Got the New York Rangers -115 at the Columbus Blue Jackets -105. Under 6.5 is -120. Over 6.5 at +110. I did do a quick look at these games earlier when I was setting up the stream, but I don't think I have anything too strong for this one. Rangers have been surprising me. If they score 2 goals, they win. If they score 1 or fewer, they lose. 8-1-1 on the road. Columbus came back home from a long road trip. Walensky special and beat the Oilers. Oilers were in a back-to-back, but it was 3rd game in 4 nights.
It's not a true Walensky.
Why not?
Because it was on a back-to-back. The Oilers were, weren't they?
Oh, because the opponent was on a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that a qualifier there. That's definitely good to know. I think I was on the Jackets anyway, so I'm happy to know that. So yeah, Jackets now have another day off back at home. Rangers going down from Tampa where they got outplayed but won 7-3. Up to Columbus. Don't think I'll be betting this game, but if I were to, it would be Columbus as slight home underdogs. And then the under. Both teams are trending under, and I think could see a low-scoring game here. But I'm not going to put any puck bucks on that.
I've watched a lot of Blue Jackets hockey, way too much in the past week.
My apologies.
Yeah, watched too much of those 2 games against the Oilers, and then too much of that Kraken one. They played a lot of hockey. They were just on a back-to-back against the Oilers and then the Kraken. And then they went back home to just a day off in between going from the West Coast. Now just another day off. So that's what, four games in 6 nights, something like that.
Yeah, they say that's when it really gets to them. That it just piles up.
Yeah, so I think the Rangers playing better hockey now. Well, they've been playing good hockey throughout. They just couldn't score at home, but no problems on the road. Another 5-6 goals against Lightning last game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rangers here. Maybe 20 bucks on them. Bit more rested team, better legs, better team, I think. And yeah, I think that like you said, this is when it catches up to you in terms of the weariness. And yeah, they're playing Edmonton. They have to feel good about the beating them there after getting after the massive disappointment on Monday when they blew the late lead. But yeah, so I like the Rangers and I like the over. Mentioned the Rangers could score on the road. Shesterkin hasn't been quite as good as here, and Blue Jackets they have a sneaky good offense, just haven't been putting it in the net so much, but it should regress positively at some point. And even money for an over 6.5 in 2025 NHL is too low. So give me that 50 bucks there, 20 bucks on the Rangers.
Yeah, one more thing there on the Rangers. Vincent Trocheck came back 2 games ago, and he's had 2 points in each of the past 2 games. So just getting that second line center back can be key for a team like the Rags there. All right, down to 7:00 again. Got the Los Angeles Kings continuing this road trip plus 100 in Ottawa. Senators minus 120, over 5.5 minus 115, under 5.5 minus 105. Joel, right back to you.
Yeah, a couple of good games from the Kings in Montreal, then Toronto. Maybe a bit of a letdown after beating the Leafs. That's always a big victory, especially for guys like Drew Doughty, who was touting their win. Yeah, we dummied them, bullied them off the ice. Now they're playing Ottawa, who pretty hot now. Their underlying numbers are pretty good. Their goaltending's still terrible, but they're defending well enough so that it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, this is 2 teams that are playing a lot better than they have been in previous weeks. So I'm reticent to take a side. I did bet the under 5.5 though. Two good defensive teams. We just hope that the Sens goaltending doesn't fuck us, because it's not been good this year. But yeah, 2 good penalty kills. 2 good defensive teams. I think we see a low scoring game, especially after that Leafs game, and the Kings maybe don't have the same kind of energy there. So under 5.5, just 50 bucks on that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to end up having a play for this one. I probably would look to the over though on the total. I think Ottawa can maybe get a few goals in there on the Leafs or on the Kings there, who have scored a few goals in recent games. But I probably would look to the Kings if you're looking for a side at even money. They've been good here on this road trip. In the midst of it, they have to go to Washington and then San Jose to close things out. So still in that business trip mindset, not quite looking ahead to getting home yet. So yeah, I think the Kings here. Give me Kings plus 100. I'll just put 15 bucks on that here. Thomas Chabot is doubtful for Saturday's game, so I think the Kings can probably take advantage of that more than the Bruins could. And the Kings, 8-1-2 on the road. If they had this record last year when they were amazing at home, they'd won the division. So Kings plus 100 here, 15 bucks, nothing on the total. All right, down to 7:00 again. Got the New Jersey Devils plus 120 at the Washington Capitals minus 142. Over 5.5 minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105 here. Devils will be without Jack Hughes, who suffered a non-hockey injury to his hand on a team dinner on Thursday night, some sort of knife incident. That's all I think we have the info on it as of now. So he's out. Dougie Hamilton's still out. Pesci's still out. They have a bunch of injuries there, and it's only Pierre-Luc Dubois out for Washington. And the Capitals have, they've impressed me a bit recently, but I forgot this is a Malinsky special now for the Capitals coming home from a 4-game road trip, played on Thursday there, but Devils 4 straight overtime games against not great teams: Montreal, Pittsburgh, Islanders, and Chicago. So I think Washington, especially without Jack Hughes for the Devils at home, minus 142. I'll take them for 28 puck bucks. And then the total, it really could go either way. So I'm just going to stay with the Capitals here.
Always something with that guy, Jack Hughes. I mean, he just can't stay healthy, whether it's all the on ice incidents, now fucking cutting his steak or something, whatever he was doing. Bad luck, I guess, or just clumsy. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Malinsky special and a fallen hero spot with Jack Hughes out of the lineup. I'm going to wait to see where this line goes. You can only imagine that the Caps will get the money, and I'll bet the Devils at a later number, a better number. But for the sake of the show, I'll still back the Devils here, 20 puck bucks, because I'm definitely going to be betting them. The total, I don't really have much interest. Hughes is a major part of the Devils' offense. I think they'll focus more on the defense, which is how they might win this one. So sneaky under 5.5, perhaps, but I'll stay away from that. Just give me the Devils here for, I guess a contrarian play. The Capitals haven't been super impressive. They're very mid to me. I don't know. Like, their numbers are okay, but watching them, they don't really spark. They don't really jump. Whereas the Devils, they can really move the puck. They're a very fast team, and very certainly more exciting to watch and to back. So that's where we're going.
Yeah, I saw a stat the other day that Alex Ovechkin is the only player to not start a shift in the defensive zone this season, which makes sense. Good coaching there by Carberry. Right, down to 7 o'clock here. Got the Edmonton Oilers plus 100. At the Carolina Hurricanes, minus 120. Under 6.5, minus 125. Over 6.5, plus 105. Joel, what do you got here?
Well, the Hurricanes are on a back-to-back. They're playing at home to the Canucks tonight. But you know what? Over the past couple seasons, they've been the best team on back-to-backs. Yeah. I think the best team last year, and this year, I think I don't know how many they've had, but they clearly dominated the Leafs on a back-to-back.
That was their first one.
That was the first one. Okay, yeah. So 1-0. So yeah, I'm not really too scared about that. And Oilers just playing miserable hockey right now. I can only look the Hurricanes' way, even as the favorite. You take McDavid and Draisaitl out of the lineup. It's like an AHL team right now. Roslovic's playing well, but everyone else is just miserable. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I believe, is still out. They could get Zach Hyman back for this one. So
I think they sent down Isaac Howard, which means Hyman's going to be back.
All right. So yeah, that'll be a boost, but he hasn't played in a long time, so I don't expect it'll be prime Hyman. Give me the Hurricanes. Could get a better number tomorrow with the back-to-back and all that, but who's playing in goal tonight for the Hurricanes?
Well, it's Kochetkov, and Anderson is dealing with a concussion, so it's going to be.
Fuck me, not Bussy, the Bus. Oh no, that was probably the worst goal difference of the season against the Leafs on Sunday. Whatever. We're back the bus. We'll back the bus. It's the Oilers.
Back the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's dangerous. Certainly a buzzkill. A buzzkill. Whatever. 20 bucks on the Canes. We'll just hope that the rest of the team compensates. I mean, they did beat the Leafs with a Zamboni driver at one point, so they've proven they can do it.
Yeah, goalies don't matter. That game.
Exactly. So that's where we're going. But we will take the over 6.5. We don't expect Pussy will be pitching a shutout here. So let's go 15 bucks and the over 6.5 as well. I know the Oilers, their offense hasn't been great, but their defense really sucks right now too. So should see some goals and hopefully Hurricanes win.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on both. When I first saw this line, I was like, minus 120. And then I realized it was the back-to-back. And then I realized the goaltending situation. But I just watched the Oilers play the Flyers. Oilers dominated the Flyers in terms of time, offensive zone time and whatnot, but Flyers kept them to the outside. Dan Vladar did make a few big saves, which I do question Bussy's potential to making them. But Yeah, Edmonton just hasn't been a good team this season, and like you said, with McDavid or Draisaitl off the ice, they're not good. And the Hurricanes pride themselves on rolling four lines. They're definitely roll four lines tonight against the Canucks. They're huge home favorites. I think Quinn Hughes is still out. Not sure if he was in warmups. That's probably going on right now, but
Game time decision.
yeah, that's probably why they're so good. They have four lines. They have three pairs they can roll through. Got Gostisbehere back. Kendra Miller's back, still without Slavin, but just a much deeper team here at home. Edmonton's 3-6-2 on the road, so love the Hurricanes here, -120 for 24, and then got to take the over 6.5 plus 105 for 20 bucks there. And we are brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just added the NBA. Rhythm is also crushing, giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking the bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right, finally down here to 8 o'clock now. Got the Philadelphia Flyers plus 200 at the Dallas Stars minus 245. Over 5.5 is minus 120. Under 5.5 is plus 100. And that's what I'm going with here tonight. Flyers on a back-to-back in St. Louis tonight, in Dallas tomorrow night. Starting Sam Emerson tonight. So it'll be Dan Vladar in Dallas. He's been phenomenal. Goal save percentage is like 919, 920. Up there, and that's Rick Tocchet hockey. Low scoring, low event hockey here. Stars have found their scoring a bit recently, especially putting up a 7 spot there in Montreal. But I think the Flyers can kind of just slog it down, get a slop fest here. So I'll take the under 5.5 plus 100 for 20 bucks there. If I had to take a side, it would be the Stars, but the Flyers love forcing overtime, and then you'd never know what happens.
Right, yeah, this is not a game that I have bet. It's a pretty big line. I don't think the Flyers should be disrespected this much. I don't know if I really want a piece of them, though. I mean, the Stars are playing better now with Rupert Hintz back in the lineup. Casey DeSmith has been better than Ottinger lately for whatever reason, but yeah, I don't have much to say about this game at all. If I had bet aside, it would be the Flyers at 2-1, but I'm not going to touch that. I guess I would join you with the under as well, but I'm going to just pass this one altogether.
Yeah, draw here is plus 380. You can probably get a nice 2-2 correct score for 10-1 or better. That can be worth a sprinkle there. All right, down to 8 o'clock again. Got the Vegas Golden Knights minus 142 at the St. Louis Blues plus 120. Under 6.5 minus 130. Over 6.5 plus 110. Joel, back to you.
Well, you asked me if I was concerned about the Canadiens, and not really. I am a little more concerned with the Golden Knights these days. What is it, 4 losses in a row now? And Eichel's not playing quite as well as he was, but it's the rest of the team, really. There's nobody else going hard. And yeah, if Eichel's not going, the rest of the team's not going, and that's an issue. Losing to the Islanders is unforgivable there. Losing to the Ducks, I know they got 2 points between the two of them going overtime. But they had to tie that one late to get there. I think in both cases they were losing. But anyway, I like them here. Go on the road, get out of town, bond together, and the Blues are on a back-to-back. Their numbers are pretty miserable. I think they've let in the second most goals in the league. Goals against per 60. The least of most. Blues second most. So yeah, let's go with the Knights here. Minus 42 is pretty disrespectful. So we'll take 25 bucks on the Knights money line and the over 6.5 plus 110. Goaltending has been an issue, of course, with the injury to Aiden Hill. Not like he was Dominic Hasek when he was healthy, but they might need Carter Hart at some point because the rest of this carousel of goalies is not cutting it. And their defense is not as good as has been in years past. Clearly missing Pietrangelo, Even though he was absolutely awful down the stretch and in the playoffs last year. He was still a good defender throughout his career in Vegas. So they got to do something about that. We could see Rasmus Anderson go there at some point. But yeah, the over 6.5 as well, plus 110.
How many puck bucks on that one?
15.
15 puck bucks on that. Yeah, I'm with you on Vegas there. Minus 142 for 28 puck bucks there. I would look to the over. Not gonna be taking that though, just because I don't trust either of these teams to really score that much. Vegas hasn't scored more than 3 in 6 straight there. Same thing for St. Louis in 9 straight. So first to 3 probably wins this game. And yeah, this is definitely disrespectful to Vegas. They haven't been playing well, but a back-to-back for the Blues. Hopefully the Flyers give them a good road game tonight. And then Joel Hofer hasn't been as good as expected so far for the Blues either. So, yeah, like Vegas here on the road, that they have to get back on track sometime, and why not now? It's a great schedule spot for them. William Karlsson is out now week to week on IR, so that's something to watch out for. But if Jack Eichel or Tomas Hertl has been good too recently, so they still have enough depth to take down the Blues. And down to 10 o'clock now, got the San Jose Sharks plus 130 at the Seattle Kraken minus 155. Under 6.5 minus 120. Over 6.5 plus 100. Another contrasting styles here, like the Ducks and Wild, but on a much lower scale, with the Sharks being fun and exciting and young, even though they haven't scored more than 3 in 4 straight games here. Seattle just a boring team, somehow beat the Jets there 5-3. Last time out, they have the 3rd worst expected goals for percentage, with the Sharks as the lowest here. But yeah, only way you can look here is the Sharks plus 130. Only 18 shots in their past 2 games, though. It has kind of been a trend for them, low scoring games. But that's the only way you can look. You can't back Seattle as a minus 150. And don't really trust either of these teams either way for the total. So this is going to be a pass game for me.
Yeah, the Sharks overs seem to be history now, with Askarov playing better and their offense totally trying it up. When you get bullied like they did against the Flames, one of the worst offenses in the league, you got serious issues. So the Sharks have certainly come back to earth, but the Kraken is minus 155 favorites. No thanks. We're going to go just 10 puck bucks on the Sharks at plus 130. Yeah, it's just very small bet here. But yeah, it's just more or less a coin flip game. So we'll take the plus odds and hope they can sneak one out. Yeah, like I mentioned, that the total is, we can't just blindly bet the Sharks overs anymore, especially in a Kraken game.
No, and even Nedeljkovic has been playing well too for the Sharks, which is crazy. All right, down to the final game on the docket. Got the Winnipeg Jets minus 135 at the Calgary Flames plus 114. Over 5.5 minus 120. Under 5.5 plus 100. Joel, close it out.
Yeah, I'm always surprised seeing how terrible the Jets numbers are in terms of their expected goals for percentage. Somehow they're worse than every team in the league except for the Kraken and the Sharks, the 2 teams we just talked about. But yet they are minus 135 favorites against the Flames, and they are they're second in division now, or maybe 3rd behind the Stars, because they have lost a few games on this road trip. But I still got to take the Jets. I mean, the Flames are really bad. I know they're playing decent hockey, but they just can't put the puck in the net. I mean, they control play against the Sharks, but they still only scored twice in that game. I mean, and now you're going to play the best goalie in the league in Connor Hellebuyck, most likely. I mean, he doesn't take days off, so I don't see why he wouldn't play here. And they just come off blowing a lead against the Kraken. I think they got something to prove here. They'll buckle down. It's probably the last game of the road trip, I would imagine. But yeah, I think they ended on a high note and go back home a little happier than they were after losing to the Crackheads last night. So yeah, just give me 20 puck bucks on the Jets, and 20 puck bucks on the under 5.5 at even money. I think that this should be flipped, minus 120 on the under 5.5. So I kept plus odds on the under between two of the worst offenses in the league and two of the better goalies in the league, in Helpuk and Dustin Wolf. So, yeah, this will be a boring 2-1 Jets win, I think.
Yeah, you touched on it. The Jets have good results with bad underlying metrics. The Flames have horrible results with good underlying metrics. Third best expected goals for percentage in the league, behind only the Avalanche, and the Capitals up there somehow. And this is a team that's better than 5-12-2. It is. It just is. Dustin Wolf, still have Kadri, still have Huberdeau. I'm seeing here on goalie post that Comrie is projected for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe Hellebuck started 2 in a row. Maybe that's what they've been going with. 2 and 1.
No, he
but
plays like every game. Like
like he
70
plays 60, 70 games for them. So if it is Comrie, I'll be on the Flames. Otherwise, this is probably a stay away game for me. End of the road trip for the Jets. One win was in Vancouver. Otherwise, lost in LA, San Jose, Anaheim, and Seattle. Calgary looking to get back to 500 at home. They've played well. Like I said, underlying metrics have been good. So maybe a buy spot for Flame points or something long term. I haven't actually looked at what that's at, but going to be a pass game here for me. Okay, that is that's the 13 game slate for Saturday. We do have quite a few puck bucks here. You got quite a large card. Let's get into that here. Not sure if we want to read all of these off, but 47 minute mark here of the YouTube video. You can look them up. There are quite a few. Joel has 17,
Jeez.
18 bets here.
Didn't expect that.
I have 13. So you can save the minute it'll take us to read off how many bets that is. 31 bets. You don't need to hear us do that.
No.
All right. Anything for tonight you have? You want to touch on?
I bet the Mammoth a little bit. Islanders on the back-to-back playing David Riddick, who's been good, I guess, but he's not Sorokin. The Mammoth, very good performance against the Sabres. Islanders aren't really much better than the Blades, so yeah, it's a big number, but that's the way I went. You could parlay it or play regulation or what have you, but that's the only thing I bet today.
Yeah, I have the Hurricanes on the puck line. Quinn Hughes looks like he's out there. I got my Flyers, of course, as road underdogs, and then Utah. Yeah, I got Utah -1 bet regulation puck line, whatever way you want to do that there. Okay, any football takes here or anything before we close it out?
Either's 3+ shots by Adam Awesome 06776 is I don't know props really, but that seems like a good bet. I mean, the Canucks give up plenty of shots, and Ehlers has been shooting the puck a lot, so don't hate that. But no, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star rating and review, like and comment on YouTube, all that good stuff. Reach out to us on Twitter at HockeySGPN with any questions or inquiries there. I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer, and you'll find me praying that this Grey Cup goes a lot better than the last one when we got the Bombers as 11-point favorites after betting them in every which way for the futures and them getting run out of town by the Argos. But